Yes, I know we went through as group winners and only conceded a goal, but it's the worst football I've ever seen in my life. And Anthony Gordon proved last night that why he should be starting despite only playing 5 minutes and being arguably the man of the match. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. England aren't very good, are they? Especially under Gareth Southgate. Frustrating game again last night. Yes, we've gone through as group winners. Yes, we only conceded a goal. Yes, we have arguably some of the best players in the world at the minute, but my God, are they playing out of position? Except from Bellingham. Bellingham played in his number 10 role, but didn't quite deliver in the game against Denmark. Did deliver in the first game, but last night just wasn't quite right. I've noticed quite a few people saying on Twitter that his attitude didn't seem quite right. He seemed a little bit leggy, maybe not all about it. It's just been so frustrating watching. All three games have been so boring. The tournament itself has been an amazing watch. Yet the group we're in is so far, so far being the end of the group stage. For Group C, the lowest goals in the tournament. It's just been an absolute snowfest. And Anthony Gordon came on. Yes, you hear on Newcastle Fans TV. This is a Newcastle United fan channel. But Anthony Gordon played 5 minutes last night and proved to be, I want to say, a man of the match. Yes, probably that little bit biased. Cole Palmer was also brilliant when he came on. I thought created a lot. Why isn't Gareth Southgate saying this in training? In like the amount of time he spent with that squad now leading up before this tournament. Obviously, had the two friendlies. Anthony Gordon didn't play in the one at St James's Park, unfortunately, but did in the second one. And yes, we saw the early highlight of the Trippier was maybe going to struggle playing at left back because he's got to constantly come in on his right foot and not play on his left. But in those moments Gordon gets from the left, we've seen it all season for Newcastle United. That's why he was our player of the season. He is brilliant from coming in on the left and creating something out of nothing. Well, we've watched near three full games of Phil Foden being out there, and he just struggles in this England setup. Yes, I know he can play left wing for Man City, but that's a completely different setup. And it's just why wouldn't you give Gordon more game time than 5 minutes in three group games? It's just unbelievably frustrating. And for him, Cole Palmer was in the same bucket. Manu as well, having to sit back and watch Conor Gallagher start the game, despite he was on that yellow card, and Southgate knew that before going into the game last night. So why then did he play 45 minutes to be taken off at half time? Why not just start Manu? Why not take some risks? It's your last group stage game. You're guaranteed to go through, and you need to win that group in order to have the easier route to the final. And it's just, I don't get what goes through Southgate's head. It's so frustrating, and everyone in the country is in the same boat now of almost just wanting this tournament to be over so Southgate ball is gone. And it's just, it's annoying. Like I say, this tournament has been a fantastic tournament so far, and it's, after the Qatar 22 World Cup, the kind of the hype wasn't there for it. It obviously didn't help with it being a winter tournament. But seeing the scenes out in Germany, seeing the games that you thought would usually be your snowfests have been absolutely amazing. And it's every time you watch England play, you want to put something else on. Honestly would have rather watched a 10-year repeat of Dickinson's Real Deal or something last night, because that was just utter disgrace until the 85th minute when Gordon came on, and a little bit before that, when, like I said, when Palmer came on. And it's just, we were touted as favourites going into this tournament. And as an England fan, well, of my first tournament I remember watching was the 2002 World Cup. I've never had that. And just watching it be ruined by it's incompetence, really. It's just, I don't. I really don't understand what's going on in training, what's being said between the coaching staff, because it's not just Southgate there. He's surrounded by a team of coaches. He'll have his analysts there. They'll be watching training day in, day out, and they're still thinking, "Oh yeah, Gareth, that's a really good setup you've got going there. We're creating loads of chances. Oh yeah, yeah, will look promising. We'll definitely win the tournament playing like that. Like, how deluded do you have to be and just so ignorant in this whole thing about ignoring what the press is saying? Yes, a lot of journalists like to make stabs at the England team. We've seen that over the years. We've seen the stick Beckham got after he got sent in the '98 World Cup. We've seen this fallback that Rooney got after the whole Ronaldo incident. But when it's ex-players, pundits coming out and giving you constructive feedback on the way you're setting up and why it's not working, that's worth a listen. The backlash that Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer got from the players, from press using their quotes instead of, like Gary Lineker said, a lot of the press will use former players, pundits, use their words to construct the questions to these players because they're not brave enough themselves to put that question forward. But why not listen? Why not take on this? You could be paying thousands for them to be a coach for this team, but they're giving you their words, their constructive feedback, having played in tournament football. Yes, I know Gareth Southgate has, but why not listen? Why not take little ideas? It's tournament football, and especially in the group stage, this is your little chance you get to experiment before you go into those all-important knockout rounds. Now, I did plan for this video to be more constructed and sit down and actually talk through my feelings in less of a ranty way, but here we are. After watching those 3 games, I just can't help but come and want to just vent. And I know everyone else is feeling the same. There's not one person in this country who sat down, watched those 3 games and thought, that's the football I want to watch. And especially if you've watched, like I've said many times already, sorry, but if you've watched this tournament and watched most of the games, they've been absolute bangers. And it's been, for me, I do love me international tournaments, but I know a lot of people don't, and they look forward to watching their club team play. For me, I will always be club over country, and I can't wait for the new season to start, especially now, if nothing changes going forward. God, I miss Bruno Guimaraes. I miss Alexander Isak. I've loved watching Shea knock Scotland out. But it's just, this isn't good enough. It's almost not as good enough as how many of you are watching right now. Yeah, you look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right. Look, a lot of yous watching aren't subscribed. Why not? It's free. Get down there, click the button. Helps the channel out massively. I promise a lot more of the videos on this channel are a lot more constructed than just an England vent. But I just feel like I'm not the only one in the boat here. Everyone's getting frustrated watching this football. You know, Ivory Coast sacked their manager during AFCON and went on to win it. I'm just saying. Before I do lose my head too much, I am going to pass it over to Joe to finish the video off. But just come on, Gareth. It's got to be better than that. Because I mean, it just the setup just isn't working. And my final point is, right, like I said on Harry Kane, amazing striker. But my God, can we just attach him to a bungee rope to the back of the opposition's net that will spring him back if he comes anywhere near the halfway line? Because why is our number 9 playing in left back when the ball's coming forward on a counter attack? It's just, or in hold midfield. Just tell him you're a striker, you stay there, do not switch positions with anyone else. You stay in the middle, you get in the box when there's balls coming in, because Harry Kane probably could have scored 5, 7, 10 by now with the chances that have came into that box. The little chances that do come in the box, but he's not there or he's out of position. Right, I promise I'm now passing these over to Joe. Just one more little quick thing. You may have noticed this beauty in the background. I did not get I was not big enough to be wearing an adult small in 2004. I want to know who in 2004 went and bought that England shirt and went, who I think's got an outside chance of getting into that England squad? Shola Amiobi. Who got that printed? Just please, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments, because I've been desperate to find out. I bought it when I turned 23 because I wanted an Amiobi 23 shirt. I wanted a Newcastle one, but obviously the Euros were meant to be on that summer in 2020, and I ended up with this, and it's just it might be the best thing in the collection because it's just why. Joe, say yourself, mate.
England won the group. Way, it's coming home. Sorry to be negative, not likely. Them kind of performances would top the group, whoop-de-doo. Them kind of performances, it was just too flat. Looked like we were playing for a draw because that would get we to top the group. If all of our results went that way, a draw does. Nah, it's not good enough. We should be gunning for it. You don't want to see your team playing like that right before going into the knockout stages. Not with seeing how some other teams have played. 3 names to put on: Cole Palmer, Maino, and Anthony Gordon. Where are they? Where are their starts? Where are they? Where? I just don't understand this whole relying on these players who have let us down so many times before. No disrespect to the players when Gareth Southgate come in. Some of these players were amazing for it. But now, they're old, haven't got the legs, haven't got the stamina. There was a fear of Southgate. Take them off earlier. Or even better, start some of the younger lads who have got the energy, they've got the grit for it. Who remembers Wayne Rooney? Eh? Anyway, Andy, I'm not too happy about this one. I can't really say we're bringing it home, as sad as that is. And I'm not usually the negative guy, but that's the way it goes.